welcome back, Pokémon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is September 21st, 2020. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Hey guys, it's your boy, Pokemon Trigger Please. How you guys doing?
How's it going, my good man?
Oh, it's going great. It's been a fabulous week. I'm super excited with what's been going on and what's coming the next week. We actually have some stuff to talk about. It's cool.
Yeah. Unlike last week, we do have some news and updates for you guys for sure. We do have some recaps that we gotta go through. Some nice little quality of life things that we ourselves has put us through. Some PvP stuff, and hopefully an announcement coming very soon from the Stealth Arena people on their Season 3 brand new meta. So let's make sure that we strap in, make sure we have our buddies with us. I mean, I have a Gardevoir ready to go to talk about these things. Are we ready, Chris?
Oh, yes. Yes.
All right, but before we begin, make sure that everybody remembers that we are part of the Professor Network. So make sure you check us out at theprofessornetwork.com/Purified Podcast. They are, of course, wonderful people. We love to work with them. And they do have also some news and updates of coming in. So make sure you check them out. They have some very cool podcasts in their own stuff, and we're happy to be part of them. All right, Chris. So how about we get to our... I messed up there. But that's how live stream goes. Anyways, let's shift the gears on Clink and recap what's going on around here. So, what do we got for us today, Chris?
Oh boy. Let me just look through my recents. It's been pretty exciting. I will say that. I'm gonna start with a pretty unexciting shiny. Okay. 3 days ago, I got the lovely shiny Weedle. And I was like, okay, thank you, I guess. I don't need you.
Right.
Oh, well. I mean, there's worse Calm Day shinies I could have got. I usually get blessed with a shiny Chikorita, usually after I lose in PvP to add salt to the wound.
I know, right?
But today of all days, I hatched a shiny Absol. And I was so hyped because it wasn't a Phoebus. I was like, yes, please.
At least it was a shiny, so that's pretty good.
Yes, I was very happy about it.
Nice. Any handles on your side?
No. I did have some 98s, I believe, but I don't have a search string for it, so that'd be kind of hard to find.
I mean, okay. I mean, you can just do 3-start, and you'll see if there's anything out there.
Yeah, good point. I know... Oh, a Pidove. I got like a 98 Pidove that I'm pretty happy about.
Alright.
Because that's good for PvP.
That's good. That's alright. Yeah, I do. That's some okay stats. I mean, it would have been nice if that Pidove was shiny, but you know what I meant.
Yes.
Well, for me, I did get another shiny Shadow Ekans. Like a day after we finish up the podcast.
Another to the pile.
I got 4 of those, but no coffin. I'm just like, come on. Just give me the coffin. As in terms for shinies, the only ones I really actually have to mention are the one from Community Day, but we will go through the Hall of Community Day for sure. But I do have a good chunk of hundos that I caught the last few times. I started with a hundo Wurmple. Unfortunately, it was not shiny, and it did turn into a Hundo Beautifly. So that's actually pretty nice because Beautifly is my favorite one of the two. I don't really like Ducks or whatever it's called. Then I got another shiny, or not a shiny, but another Hundo Eevee. So that's actually pretty nice because I do want to have the full family of Hundo Eevee evolutions. Unfortunately, it was a male, so it will probably still be a Sylveon, but depends on the moves and everything once Generation 6 comes out. But we'll see when it comes. After that, I actually finally got a Hundo Weedle. All in the same day. We were just hunting for them because we do have a scanner in Sarasota that we actually helps it out. So we were just running around for a while, restocking because I needed some Pokeballs to go since I didn't have my usual spot to restock. Although the side, I did go plus another Hundo Turtwig. And I'm just like, okay, one more to add to the family because I only evolve one to his Community Day moves.
He's not a bad one, yeah. He's not a bad one.
Yeah, definitely. And then, of course, Porygon Community Day granted me with the Hondo Porygon. So that's actually kind of nice, but we will talk about that also at Shinies, and I actually have a pretty nice one to go. So that one went fully into Porygon Z with Legacy Move Tri-Attack, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, after that, I mean, my Hondo collection has grown to 108. It's not bad. Most of them has been Hondos that I didn't have before. Some of them we do. We'll see. I feel like maybe that Eevee will become an Umbreon at one point and just evolve that. But if not, then we'll see.
Interesting. You want one of each one eventually?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna be hard. I have noticed though that I still have the one naming trick for Flareon.
Ooh.
So I still have the chance to get a Hondo Flareon if I needed to. I mean, the other two, unfortunately, are still going to be random when I get them. But I mean, there's a possibility to get Leafeon, Glaceon, Umbreon, and Espeon just from the what we need to do to actually get them, if you guys don't know. Umbreon and Espeon, you have a day and night cycle. You have to walk with them 10 kilometers and then evolve them in the period of time of the day. Make sure that you do that throughout those times. It's not always going to go through the other Pokemon. Mm-hmm. And then Glaceon and Glaceon and Leafeon can be evolved as long as you have the right lure module on spot. So those are the easiest ones to get through. But you know, it's always, I mean, the only other two will be, of course, Vaporeon and Jolteon, which unfortunately, if you have done your naming trick, you will not be able to actually get through those. But you know, that's one of the things that I worry once I actually get all the Eevee's Hondos at this point. So we'll see how that one goes. After that, I mean, those are really all the Hondos that I have. How about we talk about some Community Day Pokemons?
Yes. How many shinies, boy? How many shinies?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start. I thought you were gonna start.
No, I want you, boy.
All right. So I ended the day with let's count here: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 shinies. Now, at the beginning of the community day, I was hunting with my friend. I was outside. I was streaming it. With some very lag issues, unfortunately, streaming in Florida is not the best when it comes down to it. Your phone,
especially with all the heat.
Yeah, it overheats too much, and unfortunately, because it's trying to connect to the streams, trying to play Pokemon Go at the same time, the phone can overheat quite well. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to actually cool down the phone while I'm streaming and when I'm inside, because if not, I'm never gonna get to that point. However, my haul was pretty nice. I did go probably the first hour with no shinies. And then they start just popping in. You know, once I got the first one, the second one came around. The third one this was an interesting story with the third one. So I caught the shiny, and then we met up with a group of people who were playing there, and somebody called us 0%, and we're like, okay, cool, it's 0% in Porygon, and where we're walking around. So we're like, let's check it out and see if we can find it. So everybody was calling out the CP and everything, and I don't know, for some reason. Because I was in the spots, and you can reach a lot of Porygons where I was sitting there. Well, not really sitting, I'm walking around. And I was just catching whatever I found, you know, quick catch everything. I found the shiny, I could catch it and everything. The funny thing is, I already caught the 0%, and it was one of the shinies that I got. And it was the third shiny that I caught there. And I have a 0% shiny Porygon C right now. So it's
so lucky.
You know what? I'm actually okay with this. Surprisingly enough, I wasn't devastated. It was a Hondo, a shiny, or a Shando. A Shenando, though. Now, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually my very first Shenando of my entire career. I'm happy about that. And then after that...
I'm impressed.
After that, I got the Hondo, and I was like, you know what? I think I finished with my accomplishment. I got all the shinies I needed. I was getting more while just walking around and getting some things. I said, let me just go ahead and put it on Pokeball Plus, and then just start catching with the Plus. And then around 10 shinies with the Poke Plus, I think I was okay with that. So yeah, that was actually my community day. Again, I wouldn't really... I didn't want, you know, an abundance of them, because at this point I feel like I should just go to Let's Go and then transfer them over there. So yes, so that way I can put it into Sword and Shield when it comes down to it. But you know, or you can go to Home 2 and see how it goes. I can evolve them. So because the only one that actually gets the moves is Porygon C. So everything else stays in the evolution. So I can probably transfer some and do a giveaway when I need to. How about you, Chris? What you got on Shiny Hole there?
I'm kind of sad because apparently I forgot to evolve one of the shiny ones all the way. But it's not a huge deal because I'm not too impressed with the move. But I was able to snag 11 from work, so that was pretty hype. I'm actually surprised my boss didn't yell at me, but whatever. I was lucky enough to already have a perfect Porygon, so I just evolved him in a 98, and I was able to catch a few PvP ones. So I got my full meal. My full meal. No shiny Nundos, no shiny Hundos. Not really any shiny PvP ones since I didn't evolve them. But yeah, it was pretty successful in my opinion.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's very good. So, what was your haul in the end? I don't remember that.
I got 11.
Okay, all right.
11 altogether.
Well, yeah, I do.
So I was like, please, just 3. That's all I need.
I mean, yeah, I was happy with the 3 too. I mean, I wouldn't ask for more really. So, yeah. But I mean, it was a 6-hour event from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I know that you had to work around the 2 p.m. mark, so I know that you probably had to go plus most of them anyways. But you know,
sure.
Yeah, okay, we get it. Yes, as it is, you know, just a few community days has been mostly from just, you know, just getting as many shinies as possible. Luckily, they haven't, you know, put in like the most exciting ones like starters or 10k eggs or anything like that. They have been letting us to be able to pick whatever we want for the last few community days, so it hasn't been too bad. This one is a nice little change. I did want to go outside for the first time since quarantine started to actually see if we can actually get a little bit more of a whatchamacallit, you know, a nice little breeze. It was actually nice and cloudy that day. It was still hot, but it was still nice and cloudy through how things were going, so it's not bad when it comes down to it. If I just had crossover with what I have here, I mean, new headphones and everything usually don't like me a lot these days.
Oh god. Dude, don't even get me started on headphones and stream. Oh my gosh.
Alright, well, since you guys were there, you know, we did have a little bit of technical issues, so I apologize for that. I did get a brand new headset and everything, so maybe that has been a little bit working the last few days. It is actually the first time, I think... No, the second time I'm trying it out with Discord, so maybe that was what's going on. But no worries about it, guys. We will be able to fix anything, and if anything, you know, you guys can listen to some wonderful tunes from Chris while we are at it. Maybe some quick jokes while we're at it too.
Stream magic, man.
Stream magic. There you go. Wireless headset, yes, definitely. So, as I was saying, you know, Porygon's Community Day was just one of those days where you just want to play around, and you know, you don't have to get a lot of them. You know, the Pokemon itself will not be like an impressive Pokemon when it comes down to it, but having, you know, all the evolutions of in Go Battle League could actually prove to be in nice, because the first stage as regular Porygon maxes out. I think still maxes out under 1500 if I'm correct, right?
I think it maxes out a tiny bit higher.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm double checking just to make sure.
Right, and then Porygon 2 does, you know, still maxes out under 2500. So you guys can see when it comes down to it. I mean, Porygon 2 is a DGC competitive Pokemon, so you never know what could applications could actually apply when it comes to the other evolutions. But
apparently, Porygon gets a lot higher than I expected, because it's 34.5 for the level for PvP.
Okay. Oh, so
it's crazy.
So it can go out over 1500 then.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Easily.
Interesting. Well, again, you know, we don't have like anything that actually boosts his power or anything when it comes down to it. Just like the main series games, we didn't Eviolite or anything like that. So it's not like we really need that right now. But we'll see. You never know. The future of Pokemon Go is an interesting one when it comes down to it.
Dude, imagine Grottle with Eviolite. You're killing me, man.
It's just a tank Pokemon trying to hit you with Razor Leaf.
Oh my god. That is scary.
I know, right? I know. But with that, when it comes down to it, you know, we do compare some things to the main series games, because, I mean, we love Pokemon in all shapes and forms, so we'll see how it goes in the future. We don't know. I mean, Pokemon Go may actually be its own meta, and it is its own meta as of right now. So, you know, you don't see like the most hyped up, overused Pokemons in the world. Like, you know, usually you will see maybe a I don't know what. I was trying to think of some Pokemons at the moment, like Rayquaza could be like one of those Pokemons in VGC that they use a lot, or maybe Kyogre or Groudon, which we do see in Pokemon Go, but their primal evolutions are actually a lot cooler and all that. So, do you remember though? We do have Megas in Pokemon Go now, so primal evolutions are coming with time, and those are going to be insane. Now, we do actually, now that we get to that point, and before we go to another one of our recaps, since we're already in the Mega topic, and primal evolutions will come, with time and probably an event, and have them both come in and be like, hey, you can actually rate them for their Mega form or their primal forms, and and it comes down to it. Do you remember that both Kyogre and Groudon don't have their signature move yet? Both of them only have regular moves from the game itself. So I'm thinking, and this is just speculation, once Mega comes around, their special moves will come with it. So I think it's like Berserk, something with icicles or something or with Groudon, and then we have like Origin Pulse for Kyogre. And both of them could be boosted once you actually get to Primal Evolution. So we'll see, because I do love those primal forms, and those are probably the most hyped of them. I mean, Rayquaza also has, a good Mega Evolution with his Sky or Dragon Ascent move.
I love it.
But you do hate the whiskers on it, don't you?
I like the fact that it's OP. I hate how it looks. It has the stupid pincers on its face. I hate that. I hate it.
Well, I do believe that we'll see a little bit more of maybe Generation 6 or Megas that we already have in the game before we see anything of those come. So it is, again, just more speculation. We don't have any information on when they could do, but you don't know Niantic. They could throw a curveball at us at any point.
Insane. Like, if they ended up dropping it before Dialga and like Shiny Dialga and Shiny Palkia, I would probably lose it. I'd be like, wow, why? It doesn't make any sense. Whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
We'd still love it.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I think that's going to be a time where we're a little less quarantined in that regard. I want to say maybe around 2021 is when we actually will see the primal evolutions. As for Shiny, like Dialga or Palkia, they may come soon. Now the remote rating is a thing. I do feel like it's a more soon thing, and people are spending money on remote rating, so that's not a problem in that regard. So. But anyways, we did go a little bit off track on that one because we did want to talk about that. Nice little speculation there. Let's talk about, how about we talk about Articuno coming back in raids, and then the Mega Pidgeot debut.
I mean, which one are you more excited about?
I'm actually more excited about the Articuno for two reasons.
Really?
Yes. So I know Articuno was the very first legendary to actually appear in Pokemon Go when it first came out. And I went ham on Articuno when it first came out. I couldn't catch my first one until after probably 7 or 8 raids. So I was happy once I actually got it. However, I never got the shiny for Articuno. I did get one by Trey, so it's not that bad when it comes down to it, but I didn't get the shiny, so I'm actually hunting for the shiny right now.
Oh, that makes sense.
And
I was lucky enough to get 2, but I need more so I can actually trade them, especially after we found out what we found out.
Oh yeah, my God. Definitely. So Articuno comes back in 5-star race, shiny is available, remote race are available. And then, of course, Niantic throws a curveball at us, and Articuno now has his special move, Hurricane, and it was only technically a legacy move because it was only available during a raid day for Articuno. So we do have, we do have Articuno with that, and it's gonna be here until, if I remember correctly, actually, don't remember when it was. Let me see if I can find some information for you guys because I am a little bit lost here now. Let's check it out. So Mega September. Oh, Mega September event. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So Mega September event, or is it just the research here? Now, the Mega September event was one thing, but then we had other news when it comes down to it.
I believe it should be the newest one, but let me double check.
I will check that too while I'm at it. Sorry about that, guys. I mean, I should have been a little more prepared when it comes down to it. Oh, there we go. I do have it now. Yep. So, Articuno will be here and to find the race until the 25th of September, which is only 4 days away from the end of this week, by the end of this week. So we do have only a few days more left to be able to do Articuno, which is kind of sad. I do need to at least get one shiny before it goes away.
Exactly.
I do want to get at least one shiny before it goes away. That will be insane when it comes down to it. But yeah, and then after that we'll have Zapdos, which again will be another shiny that I need. Zapdos was one of those Pokemons that I was not able to get shiny, just for the reason that I was not able to do Raid Day for that. So I'm pretty sure if we get to that point, we will get also his special move that was during Raid Day, which I think it was Thunder Shock.
I believe. I don't think it got discharged. I'm not sure.
It was a special legacy move that I can't remember at the moment, but it was something that had to do with his fast move. So I'm pretty sure we'll see that, and then maybe we'll see Moltres with for next month's Raid Day. So I do believe that recycling is actually a nice little thing. So we'll see how it goes from there. But yeah, Articuno with Hurricane, as Chris mentioned. Actually, I don't know if you mentioned this, but we do have a special move actually boosts it up in the Master League or in Ultra League when used in the correct setup. Correct?
For Mega?
Not for Mega. For Articuno.
Oh, sorry, my bad. For Articuno, Hurricane is really good just because it gets shields in places it normally wouldn't get shields. That's versus Pokemon like Poliwrath. Escavalier. I'm trying to think of some more, but those are the key ones I feel because you see a lot of them in a normal Go Battle League.
Right.
So if you can at least grab a shield, even if you're using Icy Wind, it's just insane. It's insane. Everyone's going to be worried about Hurricane Articuno now since it's available to everyone for good now. So
I mean, I have got a couple of good ones. I did get an 88 just recently, so it's not too bad. It would be nice to have the Hundo, just because Articuno itself is already a squishy Pokemon in GPL. But in all this regard, I just want the shiny at this point. I really need shiny for this point. So I hope I get it. I'll do as many as I can for sure. But yeah, those are everything that we have for our recaps for the week. And we kind of gone long in the last few moments, so we are going to get into our research topics today. Chris, what is the very first thing that we're going to talk about?
Ooh, Team Go Rocket is blasting off with an extra twist. September 30th till September 30th?
Yes.
3-hour balloons?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, so...
Dude, I love it.
Yeah, so if you probably haven't noticed at this point, Jesse and James will be actually blasting off soon. Not the Team Go Rocket itself, but Jesse and James. I actually forgot to mention that in the notes. They will be going away on the 30th. It was for, the event in the Pokemon movie Coco, I think. And, Team Go Rocket, Jesse and James have been appearing on a lot of different places in that regard. It's appearing in Pokemon Masters and now appearing in Pokemon Go. And, we get the shiny shadows because of it. However, it appears every now and then. It's not been super frequently, but now that we have 3-hour balloons, you have a higher chance of encountering Jesse and James. You also get 3 hours rocket balloons all the time, so you can get more chances of getting a Team Go Rocket leader and grind up that medal to make sure that you actually get to that point. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of neat. That now I always had a good time doing the balloons myself, but I always had like a time period to do them. So it was like, right when I wake up, I do one balloon. Right at 12, I will do another one. Right at 6, I will do another one. Before I go to sleep, I go another one. So it was a nice little period of time because I didn't have to worry before. Now I have to worry every 3 hours when it comes down to it, because it just wants to be one of those Pokemon or one of those events that we do that. So it will be boosted. We do have higher chance of encountering all of the shadow or the shadow shinies for that regard. So just make sure you do your Jesse and James. I mean, I wish I could trade you any of the shiny shadow Ekans I have for the coffins, but So
I need that coughing too, man.
Yeah,
I think it's gorgeous.
I know, right? Definitely. But yeah, I do have that going through. We do have some new styles in the shop, so unfortunately I can't really show it to you guys right now because we are trying to get this mega budget down. But we do have a couple of new summer styles in the shop. If you go to the shop right now, you can see a lot of different things going around, so it's actually kind of nice. So yeah, make sure you check out those. But we do have a nice little new event coming up in October. And this will be the Longchamp times Pokemon collaboration, arriving soon in the stores in Pokemon Go. What is this event, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, Chris, because you never asked me anything. But yeah, so in celebration of the exciting accessories coming out of the collaboration between Pokemon Go, the Pokemon Company, and Longchamp Paris, as well as the beginning of Paris Fashion Week, we're proud to announce that a new avatar backpack accessory item will be available in Pokemon Go. That's not all. Some fashionable Pokemons will be appearing in the wild, challenging in trainers in raids and hatching from eggs too. Oh boy. So, from the Friday, October 2nd at 8 a.m. to Thursday, October 8th at 10 p.m., which will be a week-long event, the features that we're going to have, Chris, and everybody listening. Special Pokemons wearing custom will be appearing during the event. Okay. Hold on. Not there.
Oh.
Okay, I'm there.
Is that?
No, it's not shiny.
No.
1501 though.
It's garbage.
It's So, special Pokemons wearing custom will be appearing during the event. Smooshum, that hatched from a 7K egg during this time, will appear wearing a bow. Okay. Kirlia wearing a top hat will be appearing in raids. We'll also note the move Drain Kiss. Interesting. A new.
I'm not opposed.
I'm not opposed. I mean, Kirlia is not the most exciting Pokemon, and I don't know if because it's a custom Pokemon, it's gonna evolve. So I'm not sure about that when it comes down to it. Mm-hmm. Well, there's more. Shinx wearing a top hat will be appearing in raids. I'm gonna guess you can get Shinx shiny with that. The only difference is that I don't need any more shinies, and just because it has a hat, I don't need the shiny. Although I could be wrong.
Let me put a hat on it.
I know, right? Let me just put a hat on it. God damn it. Crocknut wearing a backwards cap will be appearing in Go Snapshot as a surprise encounter. They may also rarely appear in the wild. So, I mean, put your hat backwards when it comes to it. Oh my god. The following Pokemon will be appearing in the wild. Mareep, Skitty, Roselia, Kricketok, Crocknut wearing the backwards cap, Blizzle, Cotney, Mincino, Gatica, and more. So, that means there's more than that for sure. Mm-hmm. If you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny Kricketok. It's a brand new shiny. It's not a little golden shiny, so it's not too bad.
It's like Ladybug all over again.
Oh my god.
Overhyped. I'm sorry.
Where's Sphero in all this? Come on, people. Okay, enjoy exclusive field research for the duration of the event. So, I mean, we'll see when it comes around. And dress up for Fashion Week in person and in-game. Be sure to head to the shop for a free Longchamp avatar item in Pokemon Go. Then you can match with your training avatar by picking the same Longchamp item in stores. For more information on availability, please visit the official Longchamp website. It's time for you and your Pokemon to show the world with style.
Okay, I do like that, but honestly, my biggest worry is that you won't be able to evolve the shinies again. And a lot of us like to evolve the shinies. I mean, like, smooch them with a bow, that's cool, yeah, but what about Jinx with a bow? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I doubt we'll be able to evolve it.
It's not the most exciting of events, I can tell you that much. And now, this is, of course, being announced 2 weeks before the actual September ends. September ends on the 30th of Wednesday, the 30th of next week. So, I mean, we do have another week and a half before September actually ends. And by the time we actually finish up this podcast, maybe by next week's podcast, we'll probably have information of the full October events that we're going to have. Plus, we have Community Day, Charmander coming around. With that, of course, again, it's not like it's exciting. I mean, it's exciting to see Pokemon wearing with different things. However, custom Pokemon has been a dreaded thing in Pokemon Go for a little while now. I mean, it was fun at first, and it kind of was a nice little surprise when it comes down to it. But it wasn't really something that I want at this point, especially Pokemons that I really don't care about. Shinx is okay, but I mean, again, if you don't get it shiny or if you can't evolve it, there's really no point of doing it. Smooshum, I have no idea why they picked that Pokemon. Unless they can throw another curveball at us and say, here's another shiny Smooshum. I'm like, okay. Just like when Wurmple actually came around and as a shiny, and they had a party hat, Wurmple.
No. Smoochum is already shiny though, right?
No.
Yeah, Smoochum is shiny. It's just not Jinx.
No, Seedot is shiny, not Smoochum. Oh, Smoochum. Hold on. I'm thinking of a different Pokemon here. I'm thinking of okay.
You're fooling me.
Yeah, I know, right? Me. Guys, it's been a long day. You can't quote me from having something. So Smoochum, of course, 7K will appear with a bow. Can be shiny already, so never mind on that.
It'd be interesting if they released another new shiny, but they haven't really been doing that too much since Pokemon Go Fest, right?
The last one they did it was with Wurmple, and Wurmple got their shiny release without having the other ones until the party hat went away. So so maybe not. I mean, I'm pretty sure everything will be shiny. I don't think I'm gonna be wasting my time with Smoochum, even though I don't think I have the shiny. I don't remember. Actually, I do remember I have the shiny on Smoochum. Let me check.
I don't. I'm not going to go out of my way to hatch eggs. I haven't gone out of my way since, Rylu.
I got one shiny Smoochum. I'm done. I don't need another one. So, yeah, I do feel like that maybe that's the thing. I'm getting invited to another Mega Raid here from King. I'll do it while we're at it. Oh, I need more passes. Yay! When will you waste all your passes on Articuno and then you have no more coins for life?
Oh, you want to do a Mega Raid? Sorry.
It is what it is when it comes down to it. Gosh. But, that's the thing when it comes down to it. Let me go ahead and revive my Pokemon while we're here. Again, so the event, it's kind of lackluster. Again, I'm not going to go my way of hatching a Smoochum, so I don't think I'm going to get any 7K eggs unless there's something like really specific that they want me to hatch. I don't know what the pool will be like anyway, so we'll see when that comes around anyways. Again, Shinx is not a priority, at least not for me. Kirlia isn't either. Crocknut, what's the point? So when it comes down to it, it's okay event. I mean, I'm happy about a couple other extra Pokemon appearing in a while. Mareep is okay. Skitty, I don't have the shiny yet. Cricket is a new shiny. Cotney, I need a couple more just to get a good one coming around. Gotika, I always wanted a good one, and then whatever else spawns in that day, it's okay. So we'll see. But yeah, that's the event that we're having with collaboration, Love Champ. I mean, you gotta love some of these things, of course, but if I
like the fact that they're doing collabs, honestly.
Yeah, if they, of course, do this just to make sure they want people to actually go to the website and buy some expensive clothes, why not? But yeah, that's really that. Okay, all right. Well, we'll see. All right. I did want to go a little bit into speculation time here because with everything that has happened recently, all the megas, all the recurring Pokemons, all brand new shinies and everything, we still have no information when it comes to both Generation 6, which should be coming out soon since megas are already in the game. That's one. And then two, what happens to the last wave of Gen 5 Pokemons? I mean, we do have like an insanely amount of Pokemons that we still need to get in Generation 5. They hadn't been released. Nothing's been said about them. And we basically haven't even seen or heard anything from them in a while. What do you think, Chris? What do you think they're waiting for?
It's so interesting because it seems like they have one last wave planned, but I just don't know when they're gonna drop it. Honestly.
Yeah, I do feel like hopefully they will. That's very, very interesting when it comes down to it. I mean, there's like what should I call it? There's Larbursta with Volcarona coming around. You know, Muna is one thing. Just like they said on the chat there. We do have, like I said, we have a lot of Pokemon that still happen to be released, and I don't see them being released anytime soon, just because there hasn't been any more exciting thing aside from the Mega Evolution raids. You know, even though the Mega Evolution speculation, or not speculation, but the release of Mega Evolutions wasn't the greatest for Niantic, anyways. Everybody was complaining for a while. They did make some changes to help us. Maybe they are trying to adjust that system before we get any more new Pokemons. But, I mean, we do have, 3 months left in the year? October, November, December. October is just around the corner, so we literally only have 3 months left in the year. I do believe that, we do have maybe a little bit more news for Halloween coming up very soon. And October, how it all is. But then, November and December, there's 2 months worth of nice little events. I mean, December is going to have Christmas events for sure. November, the only real event we have is Thanksgiving. So it will be nice for them to release the final wave of Gen 5 during the November time, because it gives us the time to just search for them and look for them at that regard, So it's kind of like, kind of the thing. And of course, we do have maybe hopefully some good community days coming at a time. I mean, we haven't had a started community day since Generation 4. I mean, we only have three starters to go through right now until Generation 5 or Generation 6 comes around, excuse me. And then after that, a couple of those 10k eggs to hatch. I mean, we do have Gibble and we do have Dino as a shiny. You got your shiny Dino. I know, I'm still jealous. But, they still could get community day moves for that regard. Imagine like, whatchamacallit? Garnchop with like Draco Meteor or something like that.
That would be interesting. The thing is, a lot of times it needs to use Sand Tomb and then Outrage to win some matchups.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if you could have Draco to just one-shot them, and then they'd have to think, do I need to shield this? Do I need to shield this?
Well, Draco Meteor is a move that actually lowers your defense once it's used, right?
I think it lowers your attack. I'm not sure.
It might be one of the two.
I don't use it too often, to be honest.
I haven't used it in a long time myself either, and it's one of those moves where it takes a while to charge, so it's not like it's really fast when it comes down to it. Let me check that, because I have a Dragonite with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I should have a dragon with it that I can double check really quick.
Yeah, Draco Meteor, it lowers the attack. It's 150 energy, so it does take a while to charge and go Battle League for sure.
Oh yeah.
So when it comes down to it, it does special attack anima for the for the main series game. For Pokemon Go, it only lowers the regular attack because that's all we have.
Yeah, they count them both as the same thing.
Yeah. So, when it comes down to it, I mean, Draco Meteor could be something nice. It could also be nice when it comes to Dino's evolution and all that, but we have those shinies. Community days hasn't been the most exciting aside from brand new shinies. It's nice to actually choose what we're getting, but that's the thing, we are missing a little bit of excitement when it comes down to it, just like the research boxes. Research boxes hasn't been exciting. I mean, I'm kind of glad that I can get a Alolan Raichu and not have to raid for it and hopefully see if it's shiny, but I do want the shiny. It's been a while. But what's in store for us? What is the big update that we're going to be seeing? Is it just going to be the remaining 5? Maybe Generation 6? I mean, if they're not going to drop Gen 5, the last wave of Gen 5, and then say, oh, here's Generation 6 too, I'm like, okay. It's like, holy moly.
They better release more Pokemon storage if they do it like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's going to be a That literally is going to be a storage that or Pokemon Home interaction. Finally, hopefully, that's the kind of speculations we want to see. So I want to ask anybody who's listening to the podcast, what excitement do you have and think that was going to come in the coming days? Again, it could be the next big update, Generation 5, final release, Generation 6, what mythicals or Pokemons we still have to see. Maybe Melmetal coming back shiny. I mean, that still will be kind of nice to look forward to. Especially now the Trundra is literally just days or months away, hopefully, or a month or so away, depending on how long it is. If it comes down to it, I do want, Gigantamax Melmetal and Pokemon Sword and Shield, but for Pokemon Go, we need to get Melmetal into the game first. So
it's been so long since we got the shiny too.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing, the Melton box isn't really that consuming to use. I mean, you can get it as long as you get the Let's Go games, but what if you were to get it if you transfer a Pokemon to Home, and that would be a little bit easier for people who don't have Let's Go in this regard, That
would be fair. I mean, how long has Let's Go been out? Maybe a year and a half?
It's been over a year now. Yeah. It's definitely been one of the years when it came
out. I feel like they've got their money's worth from having people buy it even just for that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and if people who are coming back into the game, those are also, things that, they have to realize, okay, it's something that people want. They can't get unless they get Let's Go. They have people actually buying Let's Go for that reason, and transferring here and there when it comes down to it. Just getting Melmetal into Pokemon Sword and Shield is awesome, and then getting it to Gigantamax if we actually get to this point by the time the next update of that comes around, that would be pretty nice too, So yeah, that's really all I really ask, and I want to ask for you guys about it. There is one last little piece of news that we want to cover, and that is next Spotlight Hour, Sphero. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys were able to hear that, but that was actually... Oh my god. Yeah, so Sphero Spotlight Hour is coming this Tuesday, guys. Don't forget to catch them and evolve them so you can get some experience.
Yeah, get that XP. That's all it's good for. It's not good for anything else, I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's not a shiny we can release, and there's really nothing that goes for it. One thing that, the Laura podcast actually mentioned is that if they can pair up Pokemon that don't have shinies or Pokemon that are unexciting to catch with something like double experience or double Stardust even, then people would actually be incited to say, hey, let's go catch some, so maybe we can actually get to this point, Doing it for evolutions, though, is really not that, I feel like I just don't want to do it,
It takes so long to evolve that really, it's a good thing it's not a good Pokemon, because the people that really want XP are going to be evolving the whole time and not even worrying about catching it. So kind of defeats the purpose of it even being Sphero at all, but maybe that's why, so people wouldn't stress out about having to catch it and evolve at the same time, which I can see that.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, okay, can we just move on to the next one? Or you can release the shiny then, and then people will actually want to hunt it at that time. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is when it comes down. They are trying to, minimize the spotlight so they don't have to be, like, super excited when it comes down to it. It's nice to see an abundance of them every Tuesday, but, it comes down to it. I love how the chat is reacting to that. All right, so that's all the news that we have for today. If we have any more, unfortunately, that will probably be for the next podcast. But we haven't done with our podcast just yet, because we do have our Get Good, Get Wrecked PvP section. Here we go, Chris.
I'm ready, boy. Oh my gosh, I've been getting wrecked this week.
All right, so what do we have as Season 4 has been in full force now for over a week. We did make a commitment that we were going to reach as high as possible. I started doing that, and I think I got like 16 battles in or 15 battles in. I'm in rank 4, so it's not too bad for a week worth of GBL battles. I have won a couple of them. I mean, 16 out of 25 battles is not bad. So I have been getting close calls every now and then. I've been running a decent team, I think. I've been switching it up earlier, but I am using my Shadow Mawile because of all the bug garbantulas out there. And of course,
Very good choice.
The Galarian Stunfisk has also been something that I just hate seeing every now and then because sometimes you can't even react to it. My lead has been switched up a couple of times. The first when I started, I was using Defend Deoxys.
Okay.
But then I moved it to maybe a fighting type and see if maybe that will help me out. It hasn't really, because I mean, at this point, it's either that or a Sumaril. So
you can't go wrong with Azu.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
I see, for sure. But I mean, it's been okay. I mean, again, I've had some close calls and everything. There are some times where I'm just rage and I'll be like, okay, let me just put it down. And like, usually I do one set per day, so it's not bad. So see how it goes. I have been getting good sets at the beginning, but that's because it's the beginning of Go Battle League.
Yes.
But now I'm starting to get to the point where people are just like, okay, let me use teams that I see online every other day. So,
dude, they've been watching streamers for sure.
Yeah.
You see the same line so often.
Yeah, definitely. So, what about you, Chris? What is new with you?
I usually try to fit in all 5 sets in the day, so I'll be sitting there for like an hour and a half. I really do enjoy it though. It is good practice. Right now I'm sitting at 86 wins out of 140 battles in rank 7. I want to hit rank 8 before Flying Cup, and I should, as long as I do all my battles tonight and tomorrow. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm hoping to stream for that too, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. So, one thing that has changed in this season is that you don't need a ranking of 25 or something to actually reach rank 1 or through 9. However, you do need a ranking of 3,000 to actually reach rank 10. So, as long as you get a certain amount of wins before the actual season ends, you'll be able to get a pretty high in the standings. I still haven't seen many actually go to rank 9. I think only a few people have reached rank 8, right, Chris?
Yes, I've only seen 2 reach it yesterday at the earliest. I don't think anyone reached it earlier than that.
Well, if we go to...
They were reaching it like right at 11 p.m. our time, I think.
Let's go to the leaderboard real quick here. Let's check.
Good.
this.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, so we do have... Oh, wait, I don't think... Wait.
They don't have the leaderboards up yet.
It says the last updated today at 2:02 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Are people in rank 10 already?
They shouldn't be.
Oh, it says season 3s. Season 3s. Okay, never mind. It hasn't been updated for season 4 yet. Yeah, so it usually refreshes between 8 p.m. GMT to 10 p.m. Every day. However, it may not be updated due to the maintenance system issue. So if it hasn't updated, it's because, I mean, season 4 is fresh still in their mind, so it's probably not in that regard. I do want to say, though, real quick, season 3's last number 1 came in 3,395, so it was kind of hard to get to that point.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if they didn't update the leaderboard until the first person got to rank 9, because I think that's when the ELO system starts coming into effect, the point system that we actually use to rank everyone. Because then, I don't know if they just rank everyone at like the same thing before then, you know what I'm saying? Even like without wins or losses, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, it comes to that attention when it comes down to it. Now, we are actually on the midst of Silt Arena's brand new season coming in October. We had at least a month of preparation since then. We are actually not live with them, but they are streaming their very first cup that we're gonna have in season 3 of Silt Arena, and that is the Sunrise Cup. They are streaming it. Our boy Speedy Chief is actually there watching right now. I'm not gonna put the audio for you guys because this is a podcast right now. So I mean, they are talking about everything. So if you guys want to check out the podcast, I'm pretty sure the bots will be ready in Tinko Rocket PvP. So make sure you guys check them out. However, if we go to Twitter real quick, the Sunrise Cup has been announced, and it is an interesting one. Let's go ahead and check out what the Sunrise has to offer for us here. So we have the dawn of a new season.
It's beautiful.
It is flying types, grass types, fire types, ground types, and normal types. And the Pokemons that are airbanned on this are Megas and Rock types. So this is interesting. I'm pretty sure we do have some powerful fire types, some powerful grass types. Flying types are mostly maybe Skarmory or things like that when it comes down to it. So normal types. Let's check it out.
I didn't even think about Skarmory. That's a fantastic choice, especially with no rocks and everything.
So let's go to PB Poke. I don't know if they have the Sunrise Cup yet here.
He usually gets the information earlier than a lot of other people. Yes, yeah, he does have it up.
He does?
Oh, you're gonna love what's number 1.
Wait, where is it?
It's gonna be Sylph. Yeah.
Of course, Geller and Stunfisk. Oh,
yeah, boy. You know what I was thinking of was Jumpluff, but Jumpluff isn't even in the top 10. I know Crambo was saying his Charizard's going to do really good because there's no rock types. He's only really got to watch out for ground types to put out that fire.
Well, Stunfisk Slide is a pretty menacing Pokemon, so
it's going to be wild, man.
So the very first, let's go for the top 5 picks of the meta in this South Arena. We have Stunfisk, of course, with Mudshot, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. Mantine, which Bubble Beam, and Ice Beam. Well, that's an interesting one. Above Snow, Shadow. Oh no, our friend is so lucky.
I know. He's gonna kill me.
Our friend is so lucky. He has oh my god.
Our buddy got a rank 1 Shadow Snover that will evolve into a rank 1 Shadow Bomba Snow today, and I'm terrified of it.
Now I am now with that, so yes. Altaria, which I mean is nice to see Altaria, and then Skarmory.
Yes.
Vigor actually stands in the top 10, which comes right after that. Pelipper
so spammy.
Yeah, Pelipper will be kind of nice. A regular Snow, Ababa Snow wouldn't be bad. Zapdos is good against the Flyers, and then Shadow Dragonites for the top 10. Interesting. You know what? Articuno with Ice Shard, Ice Beam, and Hurricane is there, so maybe that's another interesting one.
Oh, yes.
But when it comes down to it, leads and things like that, it comes down to it. Leads with Mantine or Ababa Snow. A lot of Marowak is a good lead. For us, the fire types, you need it. It's really going to be...
You gotta have an answer, man. You gotta have an answer to Stunfisk.
Maybe some safe switches will be Viragod or Pelipper. Snorlax as Shadow would not be bad, or even Zapdos.
I think Pelipper is going to be the most neutral matchup Pokemon this time. I'm on it. First look, I'm thinking of running double Flyer for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's no rock types. They're only going to be able to take out one of your Flyers, most likely with Stunfisk, as long as you're not trash. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
So yeah, that's going to be interesting when it comes down to it in that moment off. So we'll see how it goes. If you do want to participate in the Silt Arena, make sure you check out silt.gg. We do have some organization in our own groups about it. But if you guys are maybe more interested on that, and make sure you email us about it, we could actually organize a full PvP Silt Arena in our Discord, and that would actually be fun.
I would certainly be down.
Yeah, definitely. It will be actually pretty nice. So if you guys want to make sure you check us out, we are on our Discord. We do have our socials here for you guys, so that wouldn't be a bad idea. But I'll definitely have the Discord ready up for you guys on the description on the video or on the description on the podcast. So if you want to check us out, make sure you get us there. And if you guys are interested, we'll actually set up a Silt Arena tournament for you guys to participate in. Make sure you have your Pokemons ready, and we'll have the resources for you guys to see what Pokemons you want to bring out to there. If you guys want to just do it for fun, even better, because the practice makes better, and the more PvPers we have out there, the more will come around. So yes, that is Season 3 Silt Arena. Just announcement right now as we're live with our Speedish Chief. Man, that guy is just insane.
Dude, he's trying to start beef with me, though. I don't know.
I mean, I have like when I mentioned the whole Porygon 0 that I got, he then ups me in the sense he also got a 0 shiny. I'm like, come on, dude. Why?
You can't let me have my moment to shine.
Oh God, this guy. All right. Let's calm down. All right, guys, but that is actually the end of the podcast. So thank you very much for listening to us. Make sure that you do, if you are checking us out in other podcast feeds, we do have Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, our iHeartRadio Stitcher. And now, just recently, we are now in Amazon Music. So if you go to Amazon Music right now, you'll actually be able to check us out on podcast form. I mean, we're great if you guys could just download from there. I mean, we have hit the 1,000 downloads in the last few days. So I want to thank everybody listening for getting to that point. Just make sure you keep on listening to us. We will try to give you guys the news and updates as soon as possible, of course. But I do want to say thank you so much for the community because they are always so nice. And then when I see just even one download to the episode, it warms my heart that you guys listen to us. So make sure you check us out on our socials. We do have myself, Pure Let Go, Chris at Christo0517. And then again, I did mention all the podcast fees. So if you do follow us on social media, we are there for any small little retweets from Pokemon Go as we go along. Make sure you email us at purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. And then don't forget to check us out at thepurifiedpodcast.com. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Chris, how about you take us away for the night?
Alrighty. So if you didn't get your fair share of shinies from the community day, hopefully you get your shiny fix throughout the week. I wish you guys all luck. If you guys are trying to fight with us, let us know. I'm like fully ready to take you guys on. It's fine. I'll take you guys all down one at a time. Anyways, I hope you guys all have a very fun week. And I appreciate you guys all listening to us. Okay. Have a good one. Peace.
Have a good night. Keep grinding, trainers.